Hello, monsters about here. Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 and Part 10 of my Kairos Fateweaver campaign. Did I end the last episode fighting this battle? I can't remember, so we're doing it anyway. So got us straight to the last holdout of Oxyotl, I hope. I hope he doesn't have any more armies dicking about. Obviously, sieges with Kairos are a little bit tricky because he doesn't... Well, that's not true, actually. Now, you could actually potentially have a reasonably good melee force. But previously, not really. Not the best. Wow, that is a lot of dead lizards. A lot of dead lizards. Kind of sharing it out there between the Changeling and Kairos. Who did better? Kairos got the 229 kills, and the Changeling got the 149, but still, pretty impressive between them. Lot of water fire. A lot of water fire hitting a lot of lizards. They're not really taking a huge amount of damage. Well, I say that. Yeah, alright, they're taking quite a bit of damage. So the play is basically just hit them with our water fire, with the pink horrors, and also push them back with the magic, with Kairos. With our Lords of Change. We've got 3 at the moment, of course, Kairos being one of them. We've also got the Golden Griffin, and we've got the Changeling as well. The Changeling likes to take on the form of Kairos, which is a bit weird. All 4 of his heads could make out, I guess. Mate, I don't know. I don't know if they would want to, but, you know, or maybe they could make a book club. I guess, really, at the end of the day, that's what Tzeentch really is, isn't it? It's just a really aggressive book club. Like, really aggressive. Like, super fucking aggressive. If you have not read that book, you are in serious shit. And don't you dare try and get away with just watching the film. They'll know. Oh, they'll know. In come the Severed Claw to create a little bit of a barrier for us. So they're going to take on the Saurus on the right of the gate. We're going to send in the Knights and the Spawn to take the left. And then we're going to try and push them back. If we can get the pink horrors up onto the wall here, then we can turn the wall against the enemy garrison. And should be pretty effective. I mean, to be honest, just using these gates is pretty effective. Fuck me, there's so many dead Saurus. Holy fuck. That's a massive pile of dead bodies there. Yikes. Well, they are not having the best of times there, are they? Oof. Enemy general, he's a red-crested skink. He's meandering. He doesn't quite... His boss is dead. He doesn't quite know what to do. I want to get some more Exalted Flamers, because those boys are fucking great. Line them up! Look at that. That's a chunkier health gone. In come the Knights. Now, they are going to be dealing with the Legion of Chakwa, who, of course, are Saurus with spears, which does give them more bonus first large. And you can see their melee attack is 41, so they get 16 added to that. The weapon strength is 42, so they get 16 added to that. And honestly, makes them pretty fucking nasty to deal with. So, some trouble there, potentially, for the Knights of Tzeentch. That Exalted Flamer, though, what a boy. The Severed Claws, they're just so tanky. I keep fighting them in my Gorst campaign. They just keep coming up and up again and again and again, and they every single time they're the last thing on the battlefield to either die or run away. Oh, they're like lovely little cross shot there, scarring its way through that regiment. Racking up more kills. I always felt like does anyone remember a game called Sacrifice? Which was like, it was like a first person... No, it's third person. Third person, like, RTS. And you played like this sorcerer, and there were these five gods, basically, and you played through the missions, but you could pick a different god each time. but there was like 2 evil gods, 2 good gods, and 1 neutral god. And as you played through, like if you did a lot of the good gods missions, then it locked out the evil gods. But each mission you did kind of unlocked one of their units. So if you played like the first mission as like the really evil guy, then you got his unit, and you could then use that from then on in. So even if you then pick the really good god the next mission. Anyway, that's by the by. But a lot of the sort of like the designs for the character really do remind me of like the Exalted Flamer. There's this sort of weird, oddly shaped monstrosities, just really sort of odd, just weird designs and stuff. Even the good guy like monsters were just weirdly like, I don't know. It's just the aesthetic of the Flamer reminds me so much of that. I think the game still kind of holds up today, although obviously the graphics are not the best these days. But still, I really enjoyed it. I think the game was buggy as hell as well. Never mind. Right, the Lords of Tzeentch are taking out the enemy flyers. Got a little bit of a fight going on here as the Saros warriors lay into our summoned blue horrors. Thing is, I don't really care what happens to these guys, so They've racked up some kills, but taken quite a bit of damage. I mean, to be fair, some of that damage may have been caused by me, so we can't be sure. Not 100% anyway. So we've managed to deal with the vast majority of the enemy army. This is a mop-up operation. But of course, with most of my melee units being a little bit beaten up, and, you know, I'm not particularly worried because I don't need to worry too much about fighting anyone else after this, seeing as with any luck this will be Oxyotl's last battle. I hadn't realised how, like, difficult Oxyotl was to take out. Kairos' campaign, a lot of, like, I've not noticed this before, but I've been reading quite a few people saying, oh yeah, no, Kairos is an absolute bastard to play. His campaign is fucking rock hard. Genuinely did not realise. Thought he had a pretty easy time. I thought it was a pretty chill campaign. I was incorrect. Okay, we're going to take out, bring up the Lords of Tzeentch because they've still got some spells. Got the enemy general who's hanging around with only 422 hit points remaining. He's actually got 14 kills, which is pretty good. This will be the last kills he gets. Oof. Well, never mind. And then the Amaximon Barbs. Good missile units. Terrible in melee combat as they melt to the Lords of Tzeentch. And it looks like that's going to be enough. There we go. The enemy army is fleeing the battlefield. Oxyotl has done his last XCOM mission. Okay, we should find that now all these guys are... I'm tempted to loot and occupy. I'm going to loot and occupy. Now... Good. Now, this is not the first time I've tried recording this episode. It's in fact the second, because, you know these beastmen that are hanging around here somewhere? I know you're around here somewhere, you little bastards. Anyway, Kairos Fateweaver. Those guys, in my previous attempt, declared war on me. Now currently they actually like me. I mean, here they are. So you can see, going up to 60 there. They kind of, they're like, cool. But apparently they just, out of nowhere, they just declared war on me. I wonder if we can... Right, so the problem was that they destroyed the settlement, which was fine. I mean, it was kind of annoying they declared war on me in the first place, but fine. I fought them in a battle. Some of the units got away, as is tradition. And then at that point, I started to try and hunt them down. And it proved to be impossible. Now, if you don't know, you can actually see Beastmen encampments on the map. So if we go changing the ways and we go reveal faction intentions and we say these guys. Right, so perform that. Now, you can actually see their intention on the map, assuming they have any. At the moment, obviously, they don't seem to have any intention whatsoever. But you can see them. And also, you can actually see the camp on the map. It's tricky to spot them, but you can do it. So I knew where they were. Could I catch the fuckers? There they are. Can you see it's got this little campy bit there? That's where they are. They're there. So I started to try and hunt them down. So I tried to lure them in with another army and using Kairos in ambush stance. But apparently, and this was the first weird bit. They just ambushed my initial army, which I guess is fine. But then they also managed to attack a settlement where I was right next to it without my army coming in. Now, it wasn't lightning strike, and you can't ambush a settlement. So what the fuck happened there? And basically, I just spent the next, 25 minutes losing my mind. And eventually I just gave up. I'd started in such a good mood and I just got more and more pissed off hunting this. I just spent so long hunting this fucking army around that I just couldn't be arsed anymore. So I just fucking upended the table and went to bed. Angrily went to bed. So we're going to give it another try and see if this time now last time they attacked Mount Arthur, so I'm going to not upgrade anything there at the moment. We are going to get the Web of Secrets because that's going to give us more money, and the Hidden Library probably not a bad idea either. And I'm actually going to get the Warped Herdstone as well. Defenses, no, we don't really. I mean, defense settlement garrisons just aren't worth it at the moment. You just get nothing for it. Like, you wouldn't be able to defend your settlement, and you don't get walls. So, no. I guess they fixed the problem of having to have walls everywhere by basically making walls pointless, or not having walls anymore. Which I guess that works? It's a flex. I grant you. Holy shit, is it all? Get an iridescent horror. Can we get an iridescent horror here? What about here? No. Okay, so the closest one we can get is here. So we will get strategist, keymaster. Barrier replenishment isn't the worst thing to get, I guess. So now, I'm fairly sure that the iridescent horror doesn't have assault units. It's got assault unit. And you might be thinking, what's the difference? Well, if you don't know what the difference between that, assault army is, or units, I think, is good because it basically attacks every unit in the army, and it can do quite a lot of damage. Assault unit is basically the same, except it only does one. Which is kinda fucking trash. Kinda fucking trash. So, that's the difference. Right, let's see if these guys declare war on me again. We have ISIS nearby, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use ISIS to try this. I'm going to use you as a caster, I think. Metal shifting. You know what? Missile resistance for you. You are so squishy, you guys. You turn your back for a second, and a unit of archers are just riddled to them with missile fire. I'm actually going to go with this, because I'm now really nervous about these Beastmen declaring war on me. I don't think it was this turn. I think it was a turn afterwards. But it just, I just couldn't. I knew where they were. I was literally standing on top of them. It got to the point where I was standing on top of them, tried to ambush, and it went, well, you can't do it because there's a nearby army. I was like, I know. And I was literally walking over the top of them. Now, I believe if you walk over the top of them, it should spot them. Because that's what happens to you as the player. If an enemy army walks into you, then you get the chance to ambush or not. But if you don't ambush them, you still get discovered. Because it's a pain in the arse. Because it means it stops your recruitment. There he is. See? See that pop up? That's where he is. Right. I'm actually going to book it over here. Just because I wonder if we can maybe... I'm trying to save my books. But... maybe if I, like, go you... Oh, interesting. Why can't I do that? Oh, because I have to select. Shit me, really? Okay, I could do that one. It's not ideal. But if I do that, it might save me a lot of fucking bother. It was just a nightmare. A fucking nightmare. Oh, I lost my mind. It was the point where because it was this settlement here. It was Sinhall Mon. I was stood right here in ambush stance. They came along. They attacked the settlement. In the like the preview battle thing, I could see my army standing there. Could I see it in the back? Nope, wasn't there. You can't ambush settlements. It wasn't a lightning strike. What the fuck happened there? The only thing I think of is maybe I was in ambush stance, and somehow that means I can't come in as reinforcements. But I don't think that's right. I don't think that's how that works. Genuinely was very confused by the entire thing. Oh, you came to the wrong neighborhood, son. Okay, they're being led by a Saros Blood. This army is quite small comparatively. We outnumber them. So there should be a fairly straightforward battle. But then Thyrus' army is not exactly elite, is it? It's got some okay units in it, like the Screamers are fine. And of course it's got Thyrus himself in it. What an absolute beefcake he is, eh? So that was his 81 melee attack and 757 weapon strength. He can certainly get shit done. Comes that blue fire, not to mention the flamers that we have. Gonna light them up. Ooh, lovely stuff. Thyrus landing in against Grendalion. He's been debuffed. He's only got 65 armor. And Thyros is just flexing the shit out of him. I say, get him, lads. You got this. Meanwhile, the Screamers on the flanks mopping up the Coldblood Riders. And then also coming back to help out with the Oxyotl there. Charging into the rear of these boys. Their prodigious bonus verse large. Oh, looks like Thyrus easily just stamped the enemy general to death. Even the Knights of Immolation have turned up to help out. Wow. He literally just exploded the enemy general. Do you think he's wounded, or... I think he's probably a bit more than wounded. With the enemy army mostly fleeing in all directions. Thyrus has spotted the little skink chief there, who's now Desperately running for his life. At this rate, his life isn't going to be, you know, much longer. Poor little guy. Never really stood a chance. Nicely done. We'll take the replenishment there. Thank you very much. And we're going to push straight on to Torsapinder. Auto resolve that one. Ooh. We've got a what did I get? A Siren Standard.
Change is inevitable.
Less speed and melee defense for everyone around. Ooh, that's quite nice. Right, because I just did that. That was a waste of fucking books, wasn't it? Wow! Fucking outside the box thinking! Good job, me! Oh, that's why I didn't want to take it. That's why I wasn't going to take it. That's the reason. I knew there was a reason. I had it back in my head. I was like, why do I want to take this? I'm sure there's no reason I want to take it. I just want to keep going, right? Yeah, no, 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 no,
Prince of
no,
Tzeentch.
no, 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 no.
Glory to the changer.
No.
The demonic host.
Good.
Glorious tools.
It's going fine. Alright. Okay, we're not repairing that. It's too expensive. Let's just hold off there for a minute. I kind of want to get more defenses here, but just walls of shit. There's just no point. How long before we get growth? Okay, let's not worry about that. Building upgrade. Yes, I think we want to do that because then we can obviously get the Dubri. The Dubri. That's what we can get. Do I want to try and spread? I just don't think one corruption is going to do fuck all. So I am going to go with, I guess that one. Just give me a little check of the old Windsor magic there. Yeah, everything's looking lovely and breezy. Are you doing it again? You piece of shit. Look, why? Okay, fine. Alright. So now we know where they are. They're over there. Where was it? Right, just there. The problem is we won't reach that in time. There they are.
It shall be.
Right. What can I do, if anything, about that? Nothing. Let's cancel that, because that settlement is toast. I just don't understand why they declared war on me. Like, it makes absolutely no fucking sense. Absolutely no fucking sense. Right, Isis. You get over here. We could go straight for this.
Glory to the changer.
Looks like they don't like the fact that I'm nearby. So we can actually just hit that. Sack it. And then maybe go into ambush stance. The brand of T'Char. Gives us barrier replenishment per second. Sounds quite nice. Let's grab that one.
Useful adornments.
Could be a powder monkey. Okay, at least we're doing stuff. It just, you know what I'm going to do? We're going to recruit a new lad. Casualty replenishment rate, armies in local province could actually be quite useful. Research rate increase, that's also quite nice. I'm tempted to go locust there. Okay, you hop in there, and your job is to, you know what? You could actually, if you recruit some some of those lads. And some of those lads. Right, it's not ideal, but with any luck, you'll put them off heading in this direction, and then they'll just be forced to, like, dick about here. I mean, if they want to attack me, I'd take that too. More than happy. More armor for Chaos Boys. Yes! Abso-fucking-lutely. Defenses are pointless. We know this to be true, so let's get rid of that. Let's go with more money. And do we got the books? We do got the books. How many books do we got a turn? 66 books a turn. That is a reasonable number of books. Now, we're probably going to lose one settlement. But if I can stop them from taking another one, and then we can... And what I need to do is I need to crush that army. And this is the problem with Beastmen, because if you let them get away, they're an absolute bastard to find and hunt down. And I'll just sit in a hidden encampment stance, recruit another stack, and then before you know, like 5 turns later, suddenly you've got more Beastmen. Oh, we didn't. More money or a cult? You know what? I'll take a cultist. Where have you gone then? You're right there. You're right there. You're right here. There we go. Right, I'm just going to auto-resolve this. And the reason I'm doing that is because you auto-resolve a battle, it'll often just kill the entire army. Whereas if you fight it, they'll often get away. So I just needed that army to be dead. That has solved that problem. That's what I didn't do last time. I was like, let's fight the battle because it's against Beastmen. And I should have been like, no, fuck that. Absolutely fuck that. You know what I wanted? I wanted some Chaos Boys, but they're back there, aren't they? We could get a chapter House of Knowledge. Came from Greece, she had thirst for knowledge.
The demonic host.
I'm tempted to, like, just take this. Public order here is fine. I'm thinking, yes, let's do it. Let us occupy. Thank you for, I'm assuming, fixing your buildings. Yes. Right, now we just flood this with Tzeentch corruption. Oh, we've got a little Chaos War Shrine. Lovely. What does that? What does the War Shrine do? What does the... More leadership? Yes. Oh, it's just a bog standard Chaos. It's not a Tzeentch War Shrine. Never mind. Okay, the more pink horrors we can summon, the better. We've got you, little Rudiger. Little Rudiger. I want to get some Chaos Warriors, but that would require going back. So we're not going to do that. We're going to get more of our exalted pink horrors. Yeah, all right.
All is in flux.
Changing. You know what? I don't have anyone with Tzeentch's Firestorm, so let's get Tzeentch's Firestorm. Chuckles, you can be a ballistics instructor and also increase my mobility, even though the Changeling already actually does that. Still. Indeed. Okay, let's get a couple more of those guys. I did. What? I mean, I could global recruit. Money isn't too bad at the moment. I think we're just going to send everyone across now.
Chaos incarnate.
So let's check. Do you have? No, see, you've just got Assault Unit. Is it Assault Army? Is that the other one? It says Assault Units. Inflicts damage upon all units in the target army. Nope, that's not what you have. You have Assault Units. Which is assaulting a particular... I mean, you do have a 75% chance. So, but, yeah, you're only good for assassinating people, not actually assaulting stuff. guess you can assault garrisons. That's kind of useful. We do get a boost to like our hero action success chance. Yeah. Yeah, that would actually be kind of useful. Feels kind of good. Now, what we can do is, so we can send all our agents over here. You are recruiting stuff for us. Thank you very much. It is magical. Mum says it's just magical.
Fractals of time, move mine.
Okay, get rid of you. Get you. And then we get rid of you.
Keeper of the Destiny Scroll.
I mean, that'll do. Do I want to keep you around?
We should stay put.
Alright, okay. Well, I mean, that's a strong argument in your favour, so I guess we'll keep you. You are repairing slowly over time. Virus, just get in there. You'll probably run away, won't you? Yes, of course you will. You run all the way around to the other side of the river, won't you? You bastard. Oh, not as far as I thought you'd try and get away. Boop. You know what? I'm going to get rid of that. Because I feel like less speed and less melee defense is kind of good. And you know what? I'm going to give the Screamers that one. Okay. So we're going to push on. We're going to take Zlatlan. And then we just have tic-tac-toe to deal with. Oh, good. Oh, good. More lizard boys. Bajillions of lizard boys. Just what we want. Vigor loss reduction. Arcane flight. I mean, that sounds quite good. So let's grab that.
Killing will be all the easier.
That's right. Well, you are a bit of a beefcake, aren't you? Let's try and make some better stuff. What about that? We got a razor. That's not quite what I was saying. Can we fuse those two? Yes. What do we get? Armor of Corn. Which is that it? Plus 25 armor. Is that it? Shit, that's garbage. Fuck me. Wow. Why is that a blue item? Why? What? You know what? I literally think someone was in the Discord asking if I've ever... has anyone ever got the Armor of Corn? That's right. Titan Darwin was asking that in the bloody... in the Discord. So the answer is... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I have. Yeah, I have. Ah, oh, God. What is that? Kairos has got a Blade of Blood. I mean, the Blade of Blood actually isn't bad. That's better. I want a better talisman for you. We don't have any decent talismans, do we? No. Got the other Trickster Shards. Potion of Healing. Wand of Whimsy. You're alright. Wow, that's garbage.
Brothers of destruction.
Absolute trash. Alright, we want to upgrade this now. No longer threat of Beastie Boys. Got 4 turns, and then we can upgrade to level 5. So we're going to leave that, I think, for the moment. But we want more growth here, ideally. We could get some Forsaken. Forsaken are pretty good. Oh, they are quite squishy, though, aren't they? Okay, more armor for our boys. Do I just want to... I could bring him over here. Oh, I could get another... I do want another Exalted Flamer. But we can do that by global recruitment. So, right. Everyone, we're going. We're leaving the Southern Wastes to go to somewhere slightly warmer. A little bit more tropical. Where's little Rudiger?
I serve the eagle.
Indeed you do. Little Rudiger.
New lands, new rewards.
That's right.
Chaos incarnate.
Okay, can we assault the garrisons? A 41% chance. You've got this, ISIS.
That's a sign.
You did indeed got it. Good job. Alright, let's go and lay siege. It says Valiant. Ooh, you did some good damage. Let's put some siege towers. Alright, calm down. Jesus. Okay, if we send Thyrus this way, we can send Kairos this way. And what we need to do, I mean, we need to kill, but I also need to save some books. Because we get, hang on, we have some quests, don't we? We have some quests. Oh, I need to do that. Shit. I need to do the Staff of Tomorrow. I need 5,000 books. That's a lot of books. I need 5. If I haven't spent 700 of the fucking things on the fucking Beastmen and then ruined it anyway. I mean, I dealt with it. It's fine. Do I want a Storm of Fire? I kind of do. I mean, income from all buildings, 5%. I mean, look at how much money we're making from, like, look, we're making 5k from this. It's like, Kairos's economy is actually not bad. It's just that you need like 2 buildings. You need 2 buildings to get this to get a good economy. Because how much money do we make here? So we're making 439 for each of these buildings, plus another 2. So you're making 650 per money building, and then you're making like twice that there. So I mean, you can make a shit ton of money as Kairos, but you just need like multiple buildings to do it.
Calm yourself, dear Brackets.
Hello.
This one means us no harm.
I think we can definitely be. You're still fighting Skrulk, which is fine. Your strength rank 8. Your main threat is Itza. At least it's not me. What's your main threat? Okay, you know what? That actually makes a shit ton of sense. I can't do anything sneaky because I'm trying to save up books. Also, I need, as soon as we land, we need to send Kairos to do his staffy thing, don't we? ISIS. You know what? I actually quite liked your assault garrison, so let's stick with that.
Wipe them out.
And then we need to give Thyrus some better units, because let's face it, he is kind of bossing this campaign, and I think he needs to be richly rewarded for his services to Tzeentch. Hey Skrulk, you want a peace treaty? I'm kind of tempted to give it to you, but on the other hand, I want to keep Rakarth as a friend, because basically it means I can ignore the entire western portion of the map. More research rates, I'll take that, thank you. It says period victory, and to be honest, we don't really need to worry because we're not currently at war with tic-tac-toe. I mean, famous last words, maybe. Okay, those fuckers are dead. What is our short victory condition? The last defenders. So we need to kill the last defenders. The long campaign victory is... I don't really understand why they made the long campaign victory condition Kugath, when Kugath often gets his ass kicked really early on in the campaign. But that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Right. We got some good monies. So I think it's time for Thyrus to get some better units, isn't it? Now, the Screamers, I think, actually a really useful unit.
Who is worthy of my host?
So let's merge you losers. Let's merge you losers. We can actually get the Exalted Pink Horrors here, which... Good shout. Get the Flamers. We could get... I don't know how you feel about this. The spawns seem to be very squishy. I'm kind of tempted to go with some Zangor just because they seem funky. They're quite expensive. And they take a long time to recruit.
Who is worthy of my
Okay,
host?
let's just grab some Chaos Warriors. I quite like the few. Tell you what, let's just get rid of these guys, right?
Decide your fate.
We'll do something like that.
Beg for my blessings.
And fuck. Like, Flamestorm.
Chaos needs pawns.
This is it's kind of a weird, because how many bound spells do you get? It just seems like it's the one. Get that rank 10. It's just kind of weird. It's kind of a weird setup. More ammunition.
Worthy of my host.
Hello. Oh, you've run into a thing. Oh, captain's chest. Wax sealed rations. Where did you run into that?
I shall consult the fates.
Sure. Right. Okay. Okay. We have the Southern Wastes. We've knocked out Zlatlan. And we now control the peninsula. And we're poised to take on Tic-Tac-Toe. But that's going to have to wait until next time. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you in the next episode.